we're here to talk about Joe Cocker, and it's not, well, is this the very room where you recorded his demo reel?
No, this is the flat,
Okay.
but I'm pretty sure it was the room next door.
Right, sure.
That was our living room.
Okay.
I think this was our bedroom.
Wow.
There was a hairdresser downstairs.
Okay.
And our kitchen was next door to the hairdresser downstairs, so we had the three rooms.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure that the recording was in the room next door.
Wow, fantastic.
Yeah.
But is that storeroom now?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah, it's a storeroom now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. So we couldn't really get in there, could we? But this is as close as.
It'll be the same size.
Yeah, pretty much.
Definitely.
So how come you decided to make the recording? Were you a bit disheartened that it wasn't getting recognised? Is that something to do with that?
Well, he was on the verge. I saw him first at the Lethkildale Hotel.
Right. Okay.
And at Monsaldale,
Right.
at Monslehead, which were both venues in the 60s for bands. First saw him there, and then my band, the Blueberries, were playing. We started after him, but we were playing consecutively with him at different venues. So I got to know him via that, really.
Right.
And at one stage, when he was doing the Barrow Hill Hotel for £10 a night, he was doing other venues for £10 or £12.
Right.
And he got very disheartened.
Okay.
And one night at the Barrow Hill Hotel, he told me he was quitting.
Right. Okay.
And so we went on to a pub in Sheffield, where we stayed for a couple of hours, I think, until the early hours.
Okay.
And I persuaded him not to quit. Basically, I told him he was too good to do that, and he was too popular. You know, people would be very disappointed if he did that.
Yeah. And
so he said, "Well, what do we do then?" So I said, "Let's make a demo. I'll take it down to a connection I've got in London,
okay.
and we'll see if he can get you a recording contract."
Great stuff.
Which wouldn't have been his first, because he had one with Decca.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, well, I didn't realise that.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
He'd already had one with Decca for 2 singles, and he did one single, which was the Beatles song I'll Cry Instead.
Okay.
Which was a failure, basically. It didn't really sell.
Right.
So they just cancelled the contract, I think.
Oh, right,
so he was looking for something else.
Right, and so at this point, was he a gas fitter, gas engineer?
He was, yes, he was part-time
right.
with the group.
Okay.
And he was gas fitting during the day.
Wow, that's incredible. Right.
Yeah.
Wow, blooming heck. So you first met him at the Lethkildale Hotel, and you went in and introduced yourself?
Yeah, he was then the drummer with the band.
Right, okay.
He was the drummer and vocalist
with,
it was Vance Arnold and the Avengers, and he was Vance Arnold.
Right, okay.
And straight away, I mean, it just knocked me out, because he was Ray Charles. He was an English Ray Charles, effectively.
Right. Amazing.
With such a great voice.
Okay.
And yeah, so I saw him a few times from then on, and got to know him.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's a really good story.
Yeah.
So and obviously, he played around Chesterfield quite a lot. There was Queen's Park Hotel.
Yeah.
And Barrow Hill.
Barrow Hill Hotel. It was a very famous venue at the time.
Yeah, obviously, the Staveley Chemicals was a huge, mile-long expanse of industry in 50s, 60s.
Yeah.
Obviously declined since, but obviously there were a lot of people who used to go out at the weekends.
Yeah.
I've played there myself actually.
Yes.
I went through the stage. We were jumping up and down. Yeah, probably.
Well, that shows you've been around for a while.
It does actually.
Because it closed, didn't it, many years ago?
I think
now.
it did. Yeah, it was that's about 1991.
Yeah.
So
you're not as young as you look.
Yeah. But okay. That was a big venue. I mean, to think that Joe Cocker was playing Barrow Hill, was it Miners' Welfare actually?
No, it was a hotel.
It was a hotel?
Pub. It was a pub.
Oh,
I mean, it was called the Barrow Hill Hotel.
Yeah,
I don't know whether they did
it was upstairs, wasn't it?
bed and breakfast. Maybe they did, but
I do
it was
remember that.
Basically a pub, and it drew its audience from Chesterfield, Sheffield, and all the surrounding towns. Really
incredible. Yeah. So I mean, tell me about the. I mean, did you have any input into the songs that were recorded?
Not really. I just said, come along and bring some songs. What I did say is, have you got any originals? Because he didn't do any originals on stage at that time. And I tried for a while to get him to start writing songs with Chris Stainton. There was the bass player.
Yes. Okay.
And it was him and Chris who came here.
Right. Okay.
And they brought their first 2 original songs, Margarine.
Yeah.
And Sandpaper Cadillac.
Right, okay.
And that was actually the first single, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
They recorded those, and this is where my memory lets me down a bit, because I'd always thought that they'd recorded the first reworking of With a Little Help from My Friends.
Right, okay.
But I'm not absolutely sure that they did. So the tape would have been Margarine, Sandpaper Cadillac, and possibly a reworking of With a Little Help.
What I've got from your book, which we also need to promote, which is a fantastic book about Chesterfield in the 60s and 70s. Great account, and it's by you. It's written by you and
Ian Lee, who was the singer with the Blueberries.
That's right.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll put some links down in the description, so you can get that or know where to go. At least in the book we've got New Age of the Lily as well.
That's right. Sorry, I forgot that. Yeah,
Right.
that was the third one.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
So right,
Yes.
It is
Yeah.
that one. Right. Okay.
And Margarine was the A side of the first single.
Sure.
I can't remember which of the other 2 was the B side.
Okay.
Either Sandpaper Cadillac or New Age of the Lily.
Great stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
And how did the recording go? Was it? Did he do it in one take, or was it?
Yeah. Well, they brought a clunky old Telefunken, I think it was,
Okay.
tape recorder, which was Chris's, I think, Chris Stainton's, and Joe played drums on my drum kit. I'd got my drum kit here.
So Joe actually played the drums himself.
He played the drums
Oh,
on the demo. Yes.
Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah,
No idea.
yeah, because he was, I say, he was the drummer in his band originally.
Yeah,
drummer
yeah.
and vocalist.
Yeah.
So he played the drums. Chris played keyboard and maybe guitar on the demo. I can't remember, but they did it all pretty much very quickly.
Fantastic.
And
Consummate professionals.
yeah.
Right. Okay.
And from then on, I just took it down to Tony Hall.
Okay. So Tony Hall was the Radio 1 DJ.
He was a Radio 1 DJ. He was responsible for breaking people like Otis Redding and all the black American
Incredible.
singers at that time.
Incredible.
Who nobody else was playing. Really.
Right. Yeah. Of course.
So he was ahead of his time. He was also very much into jazz, and he had a jazz program as well on radio.
Okay.
So he was very knowledgeable.
Okay.
And a nice guy. Very nice guy for the music business, because there were a lot of sharks in the music business at that time.
Always
Have
still
been.
are, yeah.
Okay. So he had some integrity, which is why I'd chosen him to take the demo.
And how did you know him?
Well, I didn't really. I didn't know him until I can't remember. There was somebody who knew it. I wanted to take it to him, but then there was somebody else who put me in the right direction. So I ended up phoning him and saying I got this demo, and not knowing whether he'd be interested or not. But I said, I'm coming down to London. Well, Johnny went with me as well. We went down to London.
So there's a whole story there, isn't there? I mean, I've got visions of going down the M1 in the middle of the night. So it
was the middle of the night when we reached him. Yes.
That seemed it sounds like a bit of an adventure. So you got there, and he put you up overnight.
He put us up overnight and gave us breakfast the next morning.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and
I don't think that'd happen this day and age, would it?
No. His wife was Billy, I think her name was. She was a black soul singer.
Oh right, okay.
And very nice couple. And I told him that I was going the next day. We were going to go to other people to take the demo.
Oh right.
But we didn't, because I was impressed with him and the connections he'd obviously got. So we didn't bother. So I just gave him the demo and left it with him. Okay,
great stuff. So, and his connection was David Platts, the publisher?
David Platts, Essex Music.
Okay. Yeah. I've got Straight Ahead Productions here.
Yeah, it was Essex Music.
Right, okay, yes, great stuff. Yeah. And he was obviously in touch with Denny Cordell. Okay.
Which was Regal's Honophone.
Right, okay. Yeah. Who famously produced Procol Harum's Whiter Shade.
They did, yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Was it Moody Blues as well?
Not sure. Not sure about it. Moody Blues were on Decca, and then they might have gone there.
Right, okay. Yes. But certainly The Move.
The Move, yes.
First ever song to be played on Radio 1.
Was it?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I Can Hear the Grass Grow, I think.
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah, I'm just visualising the label and trying to think of anybody else who was on there, but
Georgia Fame.
Georgie Fame might have been,
Yeah,
yes.
okay, obviously I'm reading. This is from your book though, so
yes,
I've made notes.
You can probably remember more than that than I
should probably give you a copy of these.
It was over a year ago now, 2 years ago that I basically finished it. So.
Right, okay, right,
Yeah.
great stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, from there, I mean, what was the story from there then? So Denny Cordell was the producer. I mean, did you take part in any of that as well?
No.
You basically just got the deal.
Just gave him the push in that direction.
That's
really.
incredible.
Yeah,
yeah. Really
obviously,
good.
I saw him again because he was still playing up in this area.
Yeah, okay.
But the other thing I did for him as well was, as I mentioned before, he was playing these £10 and £12 gigs.
Mm-hmm.
I started to get him Sheffield University, other universities in the north gigs for £20-25, which doesn't sound very much now.
No.
But they were the top end of the local-ish gigs that you could get.
Okay.
And of course, he was very much appreciated by the university audiences.
Yeah, absolutely. I can imagine.
Well.
Yeah.
I mean, you've probably done that. You've probably played university gigs.
The uni gigs are just perfect gigs, you know. You got a young crowd who are just there for the music. You know, they've all had a bit to drink, and perfect crowd really. You know, so you just turn up, and you know, there's all the equipment there. You don't have to do too much. It's just what you want as a performer really. So yeah, that's really cool. So yeah, I mean, what was the biggest gig after that you saw him play?
Possibly Sheffield University.
Right.
Actually, because pretty quickly after the record came out, with the reworking of with a little help.
Yeah, absolutely.
He just wham, you know, he was playing big venues. I might have seen him at the big venue in Sheffield.
Okay. Not the Roxy.
No, the open air.
Oh, Don Valley.
The Don Valley.
Oh,
the arena.
Yeah. Oh.
Possibly.
Right, okay.
I don't think I put that in the book. It's only just come to mind.
Gotcha.
Maybe not.
Okay.
But he was playing big gigs like that.
Sure, right.
By that time.
And did he play the Isle of Wight? Was he there?
I didn't go to the Isle of Wight festival.
Right.
But not sure. It'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course, he did Woodstock.
Yes, well, that's what I was coming to. Yeah, absolutely. And that's that famous performance there.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
Iconic performance.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it really was. Yeah. So great stuff. Okay, and okay, so and you last heard of him. Did he invite you to go to Birmingham or something, but you couldn't make it?
He did. Yes. He invited us to go to a gig. He was in America by that time, I think, and he came and did a big gig at Birmingham with ZZ Top.
Oh, right.
And Eric Clapton.
Incredible, right.
Would it be when Clapton was with Cream? Again, I have to refer to the book, I can't remember.
Right,
but, and unfortunately we couldn't make it, so I didn't see him again after that. Because he relocated to America.
Sure.
And lived on, who's the big film star? She's an environmentalist now.
Oh. Not sure.
Fonda, Jane Fonda.
Oh, right.
Lived in a property at the bottom of Jane Fonda's ranch for a while.
Different kind of neighbours to Sheffield and Chesterfield.
Yeah.
So.
And then thereafter, I think he got married and bought a big property himself.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think was his best song?
Oh, his most popular one when he was around here was Georgia.
Okay.
The Ray Charles song.
Yeah.
Georgia. But he was also he'd started doing some Motown stuff, Four Tops, I Can't Help Myself, and things like that. And I actually said to him at the time, I'm not sure that's the way forward.
Okay.
So I started to find him some material.
Did you? Right?
What I can remember was the Loving Spoonful song, Darling Be Home Soon, which wasn't an obvious one for him, but became a staple in his set, and he made it soulful.
Brilliant.
Of course, in the early days, he did all the Chuck Berry stuff as well.
Yeah, okay.
But Ray Charles was his forte.
Yeah, okay. What about You Are So Beautiful?
Not too keen on that.
You know?
No.
It really moves me, actually. Yeah, I know what you mean.
I'm not too keen on ballads, and
in
a way, I like more minor key stuff and miserable stuff.
Right,
some people would say.
Right, the rocky stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, just how popular was he around Chesterfield? You know, obviously you've got the Queen's Park Hotel, which is gone now. Yeah,
well, I ran initially at Queen's Park Hotel. It was Chesterfield Folk Club.
Okay.
Roger Buck and Maureen Levers ran that, And then I had, in the same room, Smokestack Club.
Mm-hmm.
Ran that with John Fleet, who was the bass player with Dave Berry at the time. And so Joe was the most popular band who played there.
Yeah.
And he was enormously popular around this area.
Right,
really.
fantastic.
More than anybody else, followed only by maybe Dave Berry.
Okay.
Fairly close.
Right.
Other than that, they were the two biggest names.
Yeah, fantastic.
Really.
I've played the Queen's Park Hotel as well, so
Yeah.
but yeah, to think I've been on the same stage and Barrow Hill as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a story about the smokestack as well. It got closed down, didn't it?
Yeah, the fire service came
Yeah.
along one night, and I think the capacity in the room was officially less than 100, and we got 200 in.
Right. Okay.
And they closed us down,
right.
basically.
Okay.
And the stage was just on. Don't suppose it's original in a way. People probably still do it. The stage was just about a foot high on crates.
On milk crates.
Crates,
yeah. Always a bit tenuous
and used to bounce around. But,
Fantastic.